Who is Chris higher on in his 2024 rankings? Find out next on Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. Welcome into FBT in 5 on Thursday, January 18th. I am Frank Sample, joined by Chris Towers, and we will start off with one of your faves, Riley Greene, your 23rd ranked outfielder. Scott has him down at 48, so you are much, much higher. Why is that?
You know, I like to think it's not that I'm much higher. It's that you and Scott are too low on Riley Greene, who is a 23-year-old who showed really high-level hitting abilities last season. You look at his underlying numbers, 289 expected batting average, 499 expected slugging percentage. He was like 99th or 90th percentile in average exit velocity, X slug, X WOBA, hits the ball hard, hits the ball consistently hard, line drive hitter, so he's going to hit a lot for batting average. There's more power here than I think he's shown. Part of it is just outfield's not very good. And so I'm planting a flag on a guy that I really like. But part of it is just that I really do think Riley Greene, even with a strikeout rate in the 27% range, is a really, really good hitter who has the potential to be, I think, potentially a really good, I don't know if all 5 categories. He's going to contribute in all 5 categories, if not necessarily a standout anywhere. But I think it could be a solid profile across the board in an improving Tigers lineup. And I think it's a bet on a guy who, might be a top 60 pick this time next year.
Really talented player. I love what we've seen from Riley Greene. Part of why I have him lower for now is injuries. He's coming back from Tommy John surgery in his non-throwing arm. Mm-hmm. If he comes out in spring training, looks like Riley Greene, he's stinging the ball, everything looks good, there's a good chance I'm going to get him inside of my top 36
the nice
outfielders.
Yeah. He plays out, I believe the Tigers play out in Arizona. They've got all the StatCast cameras and stuff in all those ballparks in Arizona. So we should get some good data on Riley Greene early on in spring training, hopefully.
I think it might be Florida because they always
They always
wind up playing the Yankees. I just remember because I'm always watching Yankee spring training games, but your point remains.
Well, then I'm a liar.
Let's move on to another player that you are higher on, and that is Aaron Nola. He is your 11th ranked starting pitcher. Scott and I have him down at SP19. Why are you much higher on Aaron Nola?
The thing with Aaron Nola is you can be pretty confident. As confident with him as almost any other pitcher in baseball, that you're going to get really good results in 3 of the 4 starting pitcher categories. He's going to get some wins because he plays on a good team. He's going to have a good whip because he never walks anybody. He's going to get you 200 plus strikeouts because he's going to stay healthy and throw a lot of innings. That's just what he does every year. It's just what he doesn't do every year is do anything consistent with his ERA. It's a random number generator for Aaron Nola. We've tried to figure it out. I've never had a good explanation for why Aaron Nola's ERA fluctuates so much. It's been an even odd year thing, and it is an even year, which has been good for him. I don't actually think that matters. Don't go into it thinking he's going to have a good year just because it's 2024. But if we know Aaron Nola is going to be good at 3 of the 4 categories, and the last one is the most prone to fluctuation for all pitchers, that feels like a profile I'm going to bet on, even if, he's hurt us a lot with the ERA the last couple of years.
Yeah, I hear you there. I have him in my bus only because of that ERA, but, it has really fluctuated, and we've seen some great seasons from Aaron Nola. The problem, a 4.46 ERA or higher in 2 of the past 3 years. So I get it. He can make me look dumb, but as of now, I will be fading Aaron Nola. One other pitcher that you are higher on, Chris, Joe Ryan, your SP23. What have you seen from Joe Ryan?
The argument is kind of similar to Aaron Nola, where I feel very good about everything except the ERA. Joe Ryan last year, incredible strikeout to walk ratio. Strikeout rate was almost 30%. I think that's sustainable because of the approach, the rising fastball, really good swing and miss pitches overall. He got hit really, really hard, especially by righties. He gave up a ton of home runs. I think it was like 820 OPS against right-handed batters, which is really high for a right-handed pitcher. And so one thing I'm looking at is I know the strikeouts are going to be there. I know he's going to have a pretty good whip because he doesn't walk anybody. I think he's going to win a decent amount of games playing for the Twins. It's just a question of, can he get the ERA into the 3.6, 3.7 range? I think that's totally doable. And I think he's going to be a top 24 pitcher if he does.
All right. For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to the Fantasy Baseball Today podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the Audacy app, or anywhere else podcasts are found. Thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today in 5, and we'll be back again on Saturday. Bye-bye.